Hey, welcome to Worth It Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we send a principle worth learning, a question worth answering, and a recommendation worth taking. Today's principle is one that we've been saying a lot on the podcast lately in our Faith at Work series. It's that work is not a place for your faith to be concealed. Rather, work is an opportunity for your faith to be revealed. And this runs counter to what is really a pretty common line of thinking today. And that's just this idea that my faith, what I believe, is something that's private and personal. So therefore, it's going to be something that I keep private and personal. And I'm not going to bring it into the office with me. I'm not going to bring it to work with me because I want to appease others. I don't want to step on other people's toes. I don't want to offend people. And faith is meant to be a private thing. And that can actually sound like it's rooted in common sense and rooted in serving others and being a kind person, all the way up until the point that you actually play out what that line of thinking actually means. Because what is faith? Well, it's directly related to what you believe about what is good and beautiful and right and true. And it's also related to where you think good, right, and beautiful and true all came from. Faith informs the morals and ethics that you choose to live by and lead by every single day. It informs what you think about what was created and why it was created and who created it and for what purpose does it exist. And so therefore, faith is directly tied to meaning and order and purpose and intent and vision and hope. And so under that understanding of faith, is that really something that you want to check at the door whenever you come into work? And is that really something as a leader you want your team members checking at the door, that you say, okay, leave everything that you think about what is good and right and beautiful and true and meaningful and purposeful and hopeful, leave that at the door. Make sure you don't bring that to work with you. You really want that? No! Right? And so what does that mean? Well, that can be such an encouraging message because it means that work is this playground through which we get to reveal our faith. Now, that obviously begs the question, okay, well, how do you reveal your faith through your work? And does this mean that you need to start walking in with your Bible every single day and you need to start preaching during lunch and maybe you need to make some posters that have quotes from Jesus on them and to make sure that you're just slamming your faith down everyone's throats? No, not at all. In fact, I really think that's probably the single most ineffective way to reveal your faith through your work. How should your faith be revealed through your work? Well, maybe let's start with your demeanor. Maybe it would start to stand out if you were someone that was patient and kind and humble and generous in a world that is filled with leaders who are overly aggressive and who don't care and who are pushy and who treat people like units of production. That's your demeanor, that's your countenance. Maybe it should show up in your excellence because what we've already said is quality is part of your testimony. Maybe it should show up in obedience, in the way you choose to make decisions. Are you just listening to yourself and what you feel like doing? Are you listening to a higher power about what is good and right and beautiful and true? Maybe it should be revealed in how you operate as a leader that is moving from a posture of dependence. Because if you want to lead for God, you have to be willing to lean on God. And so, no, you don't need to come beating your gospel drum, telling everyone that what they have to believe. What would it look like to just live what you believe every single day? To not check it at the door, but rather to bring it in the door with you and let it inform the way that you think, the way that you speak, the way that you act, and the way that you lead. And in doing so, work will not be a place for your faith to be concealed or hidden or put away. It will be an opportunity for your faith to be revealed and for others to do the same. Let's go.